Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the basic introduction to Apex and Visualforce page. To get the basic idea about Visualforce page, you need to understand some frequently used Salesforce Apex tag like Apex page block, Apex page block section, Apex page block section item, Apex form, Apex page block button, command link, input field, input checkbox, input secret, input text area, and Apex input. Let's see how do we design a Visualforce page using those Apex tags. Before that, you need to configure your personal information from the personal information setup. So go to setup and then personal information. Then click on the edit and then go to development mode and check on the checkbox of development mode. And then click on the save. With development enabled, you can view and edit the content of the page by navigating to the URL of the page. For example, if a page name hello world and your salesforce.com instance is na3salesforce.com, enter https na3salesforce.com/apex hello world in your browser. So create page name as coding.Menia in your browser by typing apex plus coding.Menia, but don't forget to add instance before of that apex/coding.Menia. So go to the address bar of the page and type apex/page name. See, you will be asked to create a new page. Here click on the link and be prompted to a new page. coding.Menia. At the bottom of the page is having code editor, which contains apex page start tag and apex page end tag. A page must contain a apex page tag. So if you write anything in between that apex page tag, it will be shown in the Visualforce page. See, now if you remove that apex page tag from the page and try to save it, it will be asked that apex page start tag and end tag is mandatory for a Visualforce page, like this. Now we are going to create a Visualforce page using the previously mentioned apex tags. Let's start with apex page block tag. See, we are going to place some text in between apex page block, like we can insert fields, images, text file, and many things. Here we have inserted an image, and also we can add multiple page block in a Visualforce page. Here we are adding another page block where some text and image has been placed. Don't forget to add apex page block start tag and end tag when you are using apex page block tag in your Visualforce page. Now we are going to discuss about the page block section. Page block sections are same as page layout sections. If this PB1 and PB2 are page block, then PBS12 and PBS13, PBS21, PBS22 are like page block section. Page block section may contain multiple fields, may be custom or standard. Here is an example how to use page block section and how to add the fields in page block section. See, here we are defining the apex page block section start tag and end tag. Let's include a input field. Input field is defined using apex input field here, and we are providing a value for that. Input field would be like whatever type is in the object, I mean whatever input field has been defined, input field type has been defined in the object, it will be shown in the input. So when you are using input field tag, we need to define apex form at the beginning of the page. Apex form start tag and apex form end tag. See, account name, account is a standard object and field has been field which is mandatory in the account section, we can see here. See, account name is standard field and it is required, so automatically the standard controller feature is using the field attributes like required, and it is also text field, same thing. Like another thing is suppose phone number, so we are including another apex input field as value account. Always provide the API name of the field. See, phone number, it is also a phone number field, so it will be automatically. We can provide the apex page block section title, then it will be very clear to understand. Apex page blocks title is ACCOU, account information. See, it is like page layout section, same. We can also hide it and also make it collapsible. So if you don't want to make it collapsible, then use collapsible option as false, then there will be no collapsible option. Same, we can use another page block section, multiple page block section as we have discussed, like another is industry or type, both are pick list, so automatically pick list option will be displayed. Same, see. So like this we can use apex page block section to design a Visualforce page. Now we will discuss about the standard controller. Standard controller is pre-built or inbuilt Apex class provided by Salesforce itself. You cannot see the logic in a code for the standard controller. Standard controller used only in Visualforce page along with extension for a Visualforce page. That means if you want to use standard controller in your Visualforce page, you have to use extension along with it. Else most of the logic can be accomplished by Salesforce standard features. Like you can accomplish most of the logic, you can define most of the logic using Salesforce standard features. Here how this standard controller has been used along with extension. We have defined a standard controller for account and extension this C logic. You can define all the custom logic, custom functionalities in C logic Apex class. Then standard or custom Salesforce object can be used as standard controller in Visualforce. That means you can use your custom object also as a standard controller. Define your standard controller and in Apex stack. Standard controller provide this Salesforce inbuilt method, this cancel, delete, edit, get ID, get records, reset, save and view. For an example how this Apex page for a standard Apex page and a standard controller has been used for a standard object, like standard object and then standard controller for a custom object. You can write the custom object name or standard object name in a Apex page standard controller attribute. Let's go through an example to get better understanding of standard controller. We have defined a custom object. We have created a custom object name as custom object underscore C, which having three fields: field 1, field 2 and the result underscore C. Result is a formula field, is the summation of two fields. Now we are going to import those two fields using input field tag. Also use the custom object name in the standard controller attribute for the page. This always remember, directly you can use the custom object name. Now provide the second bracket and the exclamatory sign. It is very important to use this second bracket start and end and then exclamatory sign to use any variable or any method, to call any method in a Visualforce page. So dot this field name, and then again another for another field, it's field 2. Say field 1 and field 2. Now we will use the command button to access the standard controller methods like cancel, save, reset, view, all this, as we have discussed previously. So those are inbuilt methods which has been defined in a standard controller, in Salesforce obviously. Now use Apex command button, provide the value which is the level of the field, level of the button, then action. Using this attribute action we can call the method, standard controller method. I told you as before, we have to use this second bracket start and then exclamatory sign and the method name and then second bracket end. Then we have to provide a title, save. See, here is the example.
here is the button of saving it. Now to get a better view, we have to use this apex button in a apex page block button. Section. This is not a section, this is just a page block buttons tag, so that these buttons are displayed in a suitable manner like this. So if you provide value in the field 1, 12 and 13 and click on the save button, then the result is saved automatically. So the method save has been defined in the standard controller, which is being called through this command button, and we can save a record from the Visualforce page easily. So in a clear understanding, we can say the methods which has been defined in a standard controller, like cancel, save, reset, all these, we don't have to write any extra logic for that. We are just calling those inbuilt methods in the Visualforce page and define and displaying in a button. Let's introduce you with a new apex tag, apex command link. Let's place a command link in this Visualforce page. Command link tag is apex command link. Provide a value what will be displayed as command as a link. Like suppose you want to navigate to the salesforce.com using this command link, so value would be like Salesforce link, and then the URL like action. You can provide the action for this, in which URL it will be navigated. And then provide the tab type in which it will be opened, like it will be opened in the window or in a new tab like this. If you provide the underscore blank, it will be opened in a blank tab. Like this. If you see, it has been opened in a new tab. Now if you open in underscore top, these are different type of attributes. It will be displayed in the same window if you change the tag like this. See. So the summary of this session is, we have learned apex page tag, apex page block section tag, apex page block button tag, apex command button tag, command link tag, apex form tag, input field tag, and the standard controller, the brief description of standard controller. So using these few things, we can design a Visualforce page, the basic Visualforce page, which can save a record and perform some actions. Always use second bracket and then exclamatory sign, then variable name or method name, then second bracket close when to use or call them. That means To use a variable name, use second bracket, exclamatory sign, variable name, or to call a method, the same. For the
Thank you.
assignment and the quiz, please navigate to this site. It will be more interesting to see you there. Find more tutorials in the next session. Like us on Facebook, https://codemenia. Find more discussion there.